welcome back to another episode of Critical Affection, where we affectionately criticize the pop culture that we love. And I'm your host, Sarah, and I'm joined today with my co-hosts, or by my co-hosts, Brian and
We're
Amanda.
the co-hosts.
We're the hosts!
Hooray!
It's our show! Today, we're talking about the Hebrew Hammer, which...
Bet you didn't see that coming.
I didn't know this movie existed until recently, and now I think I'm glad that I do, because it's fucking ridiculous.
It's absurd.
It's meant to be.
Yeah,
And it's from 2003 and was kind of hard to find, so I think it's kind of fallen off the radar for a lot of people. So
it's
not
too bad too.
Haven't heard of it.
Like it was. I don't think that Mel Brooks had a hand in this, but it sure felt like Mel Brooks had a hand in it.
100%. The director said it was inspired by Mel Brooks and Blaxploitation.
I would have said Sacha Baron Cohen.
Mm.
Oh yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Kind of his vibe.
Yeah, and it was just a full throttle satire that was supposed to be like spotlighting anti-Semitic thought, anti-Semitism, and just like all the tropes and everything.
Yeah,
and so that's a bold choice.
Yeah, they hit every Jewish stereotype I've ever heard, and then like so many more. Like I was like, I had to pause a couple of times. Is that a thing? And like Google it and shit. Like I didn't even know some of those were stereotypes. So I learned stuff.
I'd be interested to know how many went right over my head.
Right? That's what Jeffrey was saying when we were watching it. He was like, I don't know how many of these are even like, I was like, I caught so many of them, and you know that there's some in there that you have to have more experience with the culture to catch. So
absolutely. That's one of the things I really liked about the movie was that it was more from a Jewish writer, director for more of a Jewish audience to some extent, but it absolutely was also including the Gentile population that be watching and kind of had some subtitles for, yes, no, this is a thing. And it's important that we, being non-Jewish, should understand what are the Jewish stereotypes and biases and discriminations, because we have the ability to say something to our group about it and be like, yeah, no, that's not cool to say. That's not okay. And not instead of making the group try and police the other folks. That doesn't, A, it doesn't land as well, and then B, sometimes it just doesn't land because they're being terrible people. So there's kind of a tendency, I think, for us to want to not know these things, because then, you know, you're not a bad person because you don't know about them. But it's actually the other way around. Good people learn about what these terrible words and tropes and racist stereotypes and anti-Semitic stereotypes are, so that we can combat them and we can like pull them out, just like when we're looking for the misogyny and the other bad things that happen in movies.
Yeah.
I wish the version we watched had subtitles, because I missed a lot. My hearing's not great, and my TV speakers are not great. And so just some of the times I could not tell what they were saying, and that was frustrating. So
yeah, and I had that same thing. And
that's the tricky part about getting a 22-year-old movie.
Yeah, we were able to find some subtitles for them, and even then sometimes like there's a point at which Santa says "at 2 Blitzen," and the subtitle was just Santa speaks foreign language, and I was like, no. Like everybody knows what "et tu, Brute" is, right?
Yes. And like, I wonder if is there a way to easily add subtitles?
Yeah. Jeff's a fucking super nerd.
They've got like they have the find the movie script out there websites, and if you could just feed it into a dialoguer that could do the addition, then that would be pretty neat.
With he found ones that files before, and they're just text files with timestamps on them. So you can, like, I did the movie Hackers. I downloaded that, opened up the text file, and used an online bot to replace all of the text with LeetSpeak. So it was subtitled in LeetSpeak. It was an absurd way to watch that movie. Made a lot of fun.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. It sounds
no, he found the subtitles file, and for the most part it was accurate. but there was a few and I do believe he can go in there and edit specific lines because like that Santa speaks foreign language. It's like that's not. And they had like all the Yiddish. That was all in there. I don't know if it was correct by any stretch, but it was there. They tried with that, but then they didn't try with the Latin. It was funny. That is Latin, right? That's
yeah.
No. I barely speak English right. I don't know.
But that's like part of our mother tongue. We should know that.
Okay. Just to be clear, English is like the fucking shower drain of languages. so
yes, it is.
So yeah, okay, some of it is Latin, but like some of it is Yiddish. Some of it is like all the Romance languages.
Huge
like
infusion. I took the history of the English language, and they talked a lot about how, we had the core language, and then it just got a lot of fusions and infusions from different areas. There's a great meme talking about how English just knocks unconscious and rifles through the pockets of other languages in order to take words and concepts.
Basically, yeah. And this movie brought it to my attention that that Fancy Schmancy is kind of Jewish, and I was like, I didn't know that. I mean, I learned, I think via Eddie Murphy of all people, that Putz is Yiddish. Mensch is Yiddish. I did not know Fancy Schmancy was some kind. It's like a kind of a mashup, isn't it? Like, but that apparently came from the Yiddish language. So that's cool. Oh. I didn't know that. And yeah, there's a lot of Yiddish in English. There's a lot of all the languages. Like you said, it beats up the other languages and then steals from them. Yeah, like
yep.
Shower drain. It's
everything bagel of language.
Yes. Except not always that tasty. Anyway.
That's what makes it pure cobalt.
Yeah, we've already kind of said what we thought of this, but like what are our opening thoughts about this movie?
Starting with Amanda.
Yeah, I see how it's going to be. All right. So to me, I think you kind of have to go into the movie knowing that it's going to be that it's meant to be a parody. It's meant to be something that is lampooning. Otherwise, you're going to sit through a lot of scenes going, no, they can't say that. That's
right.
A lot of every scene.
Yeah.
I was like,
the credits would just be like, oh, nope,
there's a lot of clutch happening. If you're not realizing that it is intended to be that way, and that it's inspired by Mel Brooks and blaxploitation, and that it was a deliberate choice, and that it is done by someone within the community. And that makes a big difference. Just like blaxploitation films were done once they were being done by Black directors and writers for the audience, it was more culturally appropriate, shall we say?
Yeah.
Similarly here, and it's not a like universal. Everyone in the Jewish community immediately thought this was the greatest thing ever. The movie actually got sued. By the
ADL. I saw that.
By the ADL. Mostly, I think, because the ADL didn't look good in it, and that they didn't like that. But other chunks of the community thought it was great, and it's kind of moved into an interesting position as being kind of a cult classic in some ways, I think. But then again, it was hard to find, so maybe not so much. But it just seemed like there was a mix for the community where some people were like, yeah, no, we get what you're going for. Satire's awesome. And then others were like, no, you're no.
Yeah, so. I can see why the ADL didn't care for this movie.
Yes,
absolutely. There is a surprising number of white people out there saying you can't say that. And like, because they were, I found something about on Reddit, of course, because fucking Reddit. It had to be a bunch of white people, because there's no way that like, because you can't, like, there's a white guy that says the N-word in there.
Right. Like, that's funny because they literally in the movie.
Yes,
that was sort of like the subtitles for people who were watching who weren't in either community. It's like, oh, they've actually said to the probably Gentile white accountant behind the desk, it's okay because we've agreed that it's okay for
Yeah.
us to say it that way.
And that's when it's okay.
That's when it's okay. Should they say it to every single person? No, that would be bad. It's
And what what was his name? Muhammad Ali, Paul Abdul, something. What was their name? He was from the JJL, was it the Jewish Justice League? And then Mario Van Peebles' character,
yes,
is from. Fuck, I can't remember the name of it. Like, it's 2 acronyms, but I think they were supposed to be like the Black Panthers, kind of.
It was the Kwanzaa Liberation Front.
Kwanzaa Liberation, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he called the Muhammad Ali guy called Mordecai a slur for a Jewish person, and then Mordecai responds with a slur for a black person, and then they both explain to the extremely white guy accountant that it's okay when they do it because they, like you said, because they agreed, and like obviously you as the viewer know that like that's what's supposed to be funny, but
yes. And
is the white guy's shock over the whole thing, like
the white guy's shock, and that they called it out, and
yes,
they took a moment to educate the white guy, which was also by proxy any of the folks watching the movie who didn't know that got to know that now. So yeah,
and I guess in 2003 there's it seems like, it feels like common knowledge to me, like you don't say those things to people you don't know unless you have you have to know them very well, and you have to have a very specific arrangement with that person to be able to say that kind of shit, regardless of the color of your skin or your heritage or anything. But in 2003, maybe that wasn't such a well-known thing.
I don't think it's that well known today either. There
Probably
are definitely
not.
people who clutch pearls about all the things, as they should for some of it. Like the whole point of calling things out is that we call it out. But that is unnuanced. There is nuance whereby you don't need to call something out when it's 2 friends who've made choices about things. Similar to the way sometimes women call each other bitches.
Bitches, yeah. I was just gonna say, like, my friends and I call each other bitches all the time.
Yeah, but a random man walking up and saying, "Hey, bitch," you're gonna get your ass handed to you. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
You have to know and understand, and like understand your own relationship with that person. Like, it's too bad we don't have that kind of understanding yet. Maybe someday. Probably not in our lifetimes. Whatever. Brian, what'd you think of the movie?
I really enjoyed it. It was interesting to see a movie that was done with so many tropes, but calling them out. And this is why I wanted Amanda to go first, because she can cover the here's what it is, and here's why this movie does it well. But I love the absurdity of this movie. It really reminded me of Six String Samurai, which came out, I think, in a similar era, and was just this absurdist action flick of beat 'em up.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a lot of fun to watch. I didn't get all the jokes, of course, but I didn't have to have a good time. How about you, Sarah?
Yeah, there were certainly enough jokes that I did understand, and it didn't feel weird to laugh at them either. Like, they intended us Gentiles to laugh at those things. So they parodied a lot of Jewish stereotypes, and like we said, some that we probably missed completely. And this fucking cat, God. And I liked it a lot. I like I said, I felt like it was giving off some major Mel Brooks vibes. And Mel Brooks had no hand in it at all, but I was like, if you told me that he made that movie, I would have believed you. And it was very fun, lighthearted. I feel like they probably I don't know, they probably could have pushed it even farther. Yes. Especially if they had Mel Brooks, like, he would have done way worse than that, I think. But I thought it was very fun. And the actress, what is her name? The actress that played Esther. Greer? Judy Greer, yeah. She doesn't get enough roles, like, good. Right? Like, when is she gonna be the lead in a movie? give me a lead with Judy Greer. Don't make her the mom anymore, okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I liked this movie. I think it was fun. I think it was great that it was parodying stereotypes. I always like those movies. Sometimes they teach me some of the stereotypes in the first place, you know? Because I'd love to know them so that I don't fall into that trap, too. But, yeah. So, specific things that we like about this movie. Specific parts.
The absurdity.
Casting was great.
Oh yeah, casting was real good.
I
think you could have swapped in Sacha Baron Cohen, who I think is an amazing actor, for Adam Goldberg, and I don't think he'd have done any better.
Yeah, no, I think Adam Goldberg did a great job. And I remember, I incorrectly apparently remember seeing him in some Kevin Smith shit, and I don't know why I think that, but I went and looked, and he's not been in any Kevin Smith shit, but I was like, you know what? He would fucking fit if you put him in one. He would fit. So I thought it was great casting. Andy fucking Dick is in this movie, y'all.
Yeah, that was one of the big drawbacks.
Whoops.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that he didn't do a good job, but it's like, knowing what we know now, it's Andy Dick.
Yeah, only the fact that it was back in the day, I think before we knew anything about Andy Dick, and the fact that the character was a bad guy and got some sort of bad stuff happening to him at the end, that it kind of was okay. Also, the fact that the movie and our show don't have a really big viewership, so it's not like we're suddenly putting money in his pocket by talking about it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And honestly, it's not that, like, again, it's not that he did a bad job in that movie. Like, that role was good. He did a good job in that role, but it wasn't such an important role that he couldn't easily be replaced if you were making that movie today. He would.
Finding a white guy to play an asshole is not that hard.
We should get Ryan Gosling for that role.
Oh, he would have been really good in that. Yeah,
absolutely. Did you see him as Ken? He would have been fucking amazing in that role.
I can't see him as anything but Ken. I saw the preview for the Hail Mary trailer. I'm like, oh, it's Ken. Whatever. And anyone.
I want to see that movie though. Yeah. That looks like a good one. Yeah, great casting. I loved the scene that establishes Andy Dick's character, who is of course named Damien.
Of course.
Establishes his character as a bad guy is when he kills his own, or he doesn't actually have a hand in it. He arranges the murder of his own father.
He kills him, but yeah.
Like, he uses the reindeer. They don't even have their own autonomy. There's no way they knew what reindeer don't know evil.
Oh, apparently they do. We don't
some reindeer do, I guess.
Like they vary on how sentient they make the reindeer. So I think the reindeer were in cahoots.
Probably.
I suspect bullets.
Yeah, like Santa's reindeer probably. Sir.
I thought it was a good twist too, because you're kind of expecting it to be the elves, and nope.
Yeah.
Also, where exactly did the knives come from? Are they sword unicorns as well as being?
I want to see that story.
Right?
They're sorticorns?
Sword
deer? Ooh, samurai reindeer.
Samurai reindeer.
Anyway, yeah. We don't actually see the knives either, do we? We see the silhouette or the shadow. Yeah. We see the shadow of the deer murdering Santa. We see blood splatter all over the walls. And then suddenly Santa's dead and the deer don't have knives.
Yep.
So, maybe they were framed.
If folks haven't picked this up, this is not a high budget movie.
Yeah.
This is not highbrow. This is not high budget. This is not
high anything really.
Of life kind of movie. This is definitely on the absurdist side.
Yeah. Like if the Mel Brooks comments didn't make it very, very clear that this is not a serious movie, then I don't know what to tell you.
Might be a good one to get stoned for, and then it's high something.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I think there's a little bit of that going on in this movie, isn't there? No, maybe it was just regular tobacco. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a chunk of smoking in various spots.
Yeah, there's a bit of smoking in two scenes that I remember, and one of them might have been one of them might have been drugs, but I think one of them was just tobacco.
Mordecai has a cigarette, cigarello like half the time.
Yeah,
but it's not an active prop.
He's out in public, so one assumes that it's just tobacco, and he's not going to get in trouble for that. Because it was 2003. You were, and you know, if you were, well, I mean, even I was like, but he's a white guy. He might have been okay, but like he was also a openly Jewish white guy, so I don't know how much kind of like, especially like they were in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, yeah. So like I don't know how much the cops harass Jewish people in the cities. I don't know anything about that. I grew up in Wisconsin. Like we had Lutherans around. There were a few Lutherans.
Yeah.
No Jewish people. No Jewish people. No people that didn't kind of look generally like this and think that Christ was a pretty cool guy.
Right.
Pretty cool white guy.
Yeah. To be fair, I think that that Jewish people think that Christ was a pretty cool guy too. They just don't think that he's the son of God, right? Am I right?
Correct.
I think so.
Really? Yeah, because like I think we're all in agreement that Jesus was a pretty cool guy, but we all disagree about his actual role in history. Is I think
it's kind of funny. Christianity basically says son of God, solo. Then Judaism is like, cool guy. And then the Muslim religions have it so that he is one of many prophets. Mm-hmm. So one, none, and many for the role that it's playing in religion.
And they all those religions are all kind of worshiping the same top guy too. So that's like, the Muslims call him Allah, but that's God. That's just their word for God.
Yeah, they all roll back to the same monotheistic deity that then got split into three different religions and then developed their own beliefs around the same deity.
Yeah.
Right? Well, and it's those differences. They're like, oh no, I know the real truth.
Man, there's just gonna be so many people that like, if anyone, because like there's a very real possibility that they're all wrong, and like y'all are gonna be, it's like there's a huge chunk of the population, the religious population, that's gonna be so fucking surprised when they get to the whatever version of the pearly gates actually exists.
100%. Also, one of my favorite is that monotheistic god back in the day had a wife. And she was a goddess. And then they just kind of stopped talking about her.
Yeah. I remember reading about that somewhere. Yeah. There were a lot. Yeah, y'all, I mean, before, back in the early days of Christianity, there were a lot of important women that somehow didn't really make it to the present day.
Or they perverted how they were and who they be.
Yeah.
There's a strong contingency of scholars who are talking about, well, I don't know about strong contingency, but there's a contingency of scholars that are saying that Mary Magdalene was not a whore. She was one of the disciples.
I believe that because like she's
jobbed her.
Yeah, she's weirdly important for someone who was just a whore, right?
Just a whore. Yeah, exactly.
Just a lowly, and like, yeah. That's not what this show's about. We could go off on a tangent.
We could go off on that tangent for a while.
Because I know a not zero amount of stuff about that, and you clearly know a lot about it too. And we could just go off that the rest of the night, which.
But that's actually straying over back into more of the Christian side. We're here talking about. It
would be a disservice to this movie, so we shouldn't do that. Because this movie's really fun. And what else do we like about this movie?
I like that the homage that I didn't know about was the actual name, the Hebrew Hammer. And then when I was kind of looking up the movie, I found the entry for the Hebrew Hammer, who was apparently a baseball player whose nickname was the Hebrew Hammer, and he beat the shit out of anyone who was being anti-Semitic.
Love it.
Love it so much.
So metal.
God.
And it's not
petition to make the Hebrew Hammer
appears on the lunch pail that Mordecai's holding in the opening scene.
Oh yeah.
So
I want
players being referenced.
We should start a petition to make the Hebrew Hammer one of the Avengers or something. Like he just should be and it's not like he doesn't have a superpower. He had that Jewish guilt superpower at the end of the movie.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
he glowed and everything.
There's big contention amongst all the communities about which mom guilt is the best. Jewish, Catholic, Southern, Northern. my family, your family. Like everyone's got an opinion about it. But
Catholic guilt's pretty good too.
I've definitely heard Catholic and Jewish friends kind of have a fun teasing, no, you don't understand what guilt is conversation.
My experience with Jewish guilt is stuff like this, and like fucking like the nanny. I like the mom on the nanny and the grandma. Actually, the grandma on the nanny was generally pretty cool, but the mom on the nanny, Sylvia, she had a lot to say, and that was about it. Like I didn't have, like I said, Wisconsin didn't have a lot of exposure to Jewish culture in any way, shape, or form, or the religion. Like we sort of, because I went to Catholic school too, and we sort of learned about the Jewish religion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know shit about Jewish religion though, because it occurred to me, and very much over the course of watching this movie, that a lot of what Catholic schools teach is kind of anti-Semitic. Like it's very, very veiled.
Yep.
But it's kind of anti-Semitic. Like Pontius Pilate was a Jew who crucified Jesus. Like, no, he wasn't. He was just some guy who was following orders. We don't know what fucking religion he followed. We don't know shit about him. Mm-hmm. But then they made him a Jewish guy. He probably wasn't. He was probably freaking Christian. It doesn't even matter, because that's not, he didn't kill anybody because he was Jewish or not Jewish. He killed him because he was following orders. And he was, you know, that was before the Geneva Convention, so he didn't know.
You're hitting straight into the like the overt and covert anti-Semitism that happens, where like the we don't say certain words, and you know, we don't say certain things, or we know if we hear them say it, we're like, ooh, you are you're straying into anti-Semitic, whereas some of them are much more subtle and it's ongoing. Like the one I sent you a link to someone who was talking about the different tropes, who's a rabbi, and she had was pointing out the physical features, and like they make all the witches have big noses because it's Jewish and witch and bad, and even Mother Gothel and Rapunzel most recently, and that kind of thing. And so it's when you start seeing it, it's hard to not see it, that oh yeah, they're always doing that. A
specific
subtle
features that are considered ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And I there was a joke at the beginning of this movie when we see young Mordecai and he's going into what appears to be a church with the fucking most gruesome looking crucifix I've ever seen in my life. Like, that was definitely haunted. And there's a bunch of Gentile children there mocking him for being Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them says something about don't use up all the air, and I was like, the fuck does that mean? Like, that's not funny. What the fuck does that mean? And then Jeffrey was like, oh, it's because Jews have big noses, right? And I was like, oh, I'd never heard that one before, but I was like, apparently that's extremely common.
Yeah, that's an extremely common one. There's several, and to the point of this is where it's good for us to learn about them, because then
I'm sitting there going, well, that doesn't make any sense at all. The size of your nose has nothing to do with how much oxygen you use. And then he's like, that's not the point, dumbass. And I'm like, oh, right. I forgot what we were doing here. We were being anti-Semitic, right?
Yes.
Stupid. Yeah, I was like, I think that was a little, I don't know, my painfully logical thinking process. And I was like forgetting that, oh yeah, most people don't do that. Joke. Most people aren't robots.
Yeah, and since you haven't heard the jokes your whole life, so you aren't immediately sensitized to it.
Yeah, and there are some of the jokes that some of the tropes and stuff that they parodied so hard in here. I was like, holy shit, even I've heard those in my little pocket of the world, which had absolutely no Jewish people. Yikes. Yeah. Not great. Yeah. But I guess now I know more of them, so now I can call out more of them if I hear them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the things I did like is that because he was trying to do a stretch of different stereotypes and biases and prejudices and discriminations for the entire Jewish community, he ended up doing some for women. And he didn't do as much as I would have liked, or touched on all the other aspects of it. Mm-hmm. The lens was more like male Jewish than anything, but it was great that there was some. That was good to see, because it is widespread prevalent, and it's experienced differently by different compositions of people within the Jewish community.
And I mean, the mom and the love interest tricking him, that was pretty cute. Judy Greer, I think Judy Greer might be Catholic. So, and I went in there questioning. I was like, I don't know, and maybe this is wrong of me. I don't know or care about the religious and ethnic backgrounds of the actors outside of the shows that the people that they're playing, the characters that they're playing. And maybe I should, because I was like, I just assumed that, and then I had to look it up, and nope, she's not. She's not Jewish, and I think she's Catholic. But it's a little unclear, because fucking, if somebody would give Judy Greer a leading role in a movie, then we'd have more information about her, okay?
Right.
Somebody give Judy Greer a leading role. She doesn't have to be Wonder Woman, I mean, you know what? She could be Wonder Woman. She could do it. I bet she could pull that off.
Doesn't look Greek.
She doesn't look anything. She's a chameleon. She can be in any. She could do it all. She could do it all. She got pigeonholed into those fucking like mom secondary character types, and I don't like it. You can quote me. Anyway, yeah. Any other stuff that we want to touch on that we liked about this movie? I mean, there was a lot. It's really like I'm sitting here going, I know there is.
It was some fun.
Really good jokes that got me a few different times. Like the bark laughs, you know, when you're surprised that you laughed at that something's so funny. Like those laughs got more than one of those out of me from this movie.
Very nice.
And I loved at the end, the mom's like, "What are you gonna do after you get married?" And then Mordecai's like, "Kill you." just very nonchalant. Oh, which is another thing they talk about, whether or not chalant is a word. Which is it?
It is.
So you can be chalant and nonchalant?
Well, you can't really be chalant, but you can be nonchalant.
How can you be nonchalant if you can't be chalant?
Because probably there isn't a prefix there. I'll go look up the etymology, because now you're making me wonder.
I'm sure.
Can you just be whelmed? You can be
Actually,
underwhelmed
yes,
and
but it's fallen out
overwhelmed.
of favor. I looked that up one time.
Nice. Is it because
What
of
about
10
my
things
hair?
I
Is
hate
my
about
hair
you?
kempt?
Kempt is a
Yes,
word. I
kempt
know
is a
that one. All right. What do we not like about this movie besides Andy Dick? Because I think we're all in agreement that Andy Dick's presence in this movie didn't age well. Although the character he played, he did a good job with it. We need to give him a little bit of credit for that. But as a person, he's a horrible person.
Yes.
We're not talking about Andy Dick the person.
Right. Some of the scenes dragged on a bit long. They would beat a joke to death.
Oh yeah.
But only happened a couple times. Like I said, their pacing was generally very good. And it was a low production film, which kind of had to be given what it was. So good or bad.
Yeah. Is the Jewish people driving around Cadillacs, is that a stereotype too, or is it just the rich people's car, and that's why? Because he insisted when they flew to Jerusalem, I think, and he insisted on a Cadillac, and he was upset when he couldn't get one.
Apparently, yes. There's a certain association with mid-20th century American Jewish experience where that was a sign of success.
Okay.
I think that also had a good crossover for showing up in blaxploitation movies as well.
That's what I was wondering, if that's what it was about.
A twofer of, yes, this is a status symbol in both cultures.
There was like the bobblehead rabbi in his car, and there was the huge thick fur covers on the seats and stuff, and I was like, okay, now I can see where that influence is coming from. But
absolutely.
And they replaced the Cadillac emblem with the Star of David. That one was funny, because I had a Cadillac when I was. It's funny because those fucking Cadillac emblems on those, like, I think it was up to the mid '90s. They still had the ones that stuck up on top of the car.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a '92 Cadillac when I was in high school, and it had the big thing. And then somebody fucking ripped it off my car. Somebody stole the emblem off my car.
Rude.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, what did
Monsters.
you do with it? Why'd you steal it? What were you gonna do with that fucking thing? Yeah, it didn't affect the. But then my dad got pissed at me because I was supposed to somehow prevent somebody from stealing the hood ornament.
What were you gonna do? Weld it to the root?
Yeah. I was like, why didn't you stop it from being stolen, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
You're the one with the experience and you should have had the know-how or the understanding of that somebody was gonna try and steal it. Why the fuck would I know that was gonna happen?
Right.
You butthole. Anyway, my dad's definitely watching this,
Yeah.
Detour number 4.
Okay. So back to detour number 3 for a second. Nonchalant is French. It comes from French, meaning not concerned, and so the chalant, the chaleur word is what chalant came from, and its opposite word would be that. Sorry, the chalant has an opposite of chaleur, and that is the word in French, and it didn't come over. So we just have the one word that came over and not its opposite.
Well, now I want to start using chaleur.
Chaleur. Me too. Pinkies up.
What? Why?
What? Because we're fancy.
Oh,
Pinkies up. All right. What else do we not like about this movie? I agree that some of the scenes dragged, but it wasn't horrible. Certainly not the worst I've ever seen.
So there was embarrassment humor, and that sucked. For me, I know other people don't care as much, but I do not enjoy it.
It wasn't the worst I've ever seen. I was able to kind of tune it out because it wasn't the worst.
I thought that they were giving the Jewish man experience, like they were trying to flip it around so that some of the stereotypes about Jewish men being more passive. Here he's a dynamic hero and this and that, but they didn't do that treatment for the women. Mm-hmm. The stereotype for Jewish women involved like nagging and the guilt and things. Mm-hmm. And they didn't really strongly move either of the main Jewish women out of that stereotype. Mm-hmm. And that was a little disappointing.
Yeah, that's fair.
I also would have liked to have seen better representation for the broader Jewish community. Like there's a range of skin tone and ethnicity, and a lot of people were just coded white, and mm-hmm. they were going more for like Hasidic Jews and not necessarily other my brain is totally blanking, but just like the other
mm-hmm.
denominations.
The less formal ones, because Hasidic's very strict, right?
Right. They're more on the conservative, very traditional.
Which I guess those are like when you think like if you see somebody walking down the street and you think, oh, that person's Jewish, it's usually the Hasidic Jewish look.
Right.
That with the I don't know what their curls are called, but they have, the yarmulkes.
Yes.
And like those are the things that you notice that you're like, oh, that person's definitely Jewish. But somebody who doesn't practice that form of Judaism wouldn't necessarily look any different. I mean, I've got a couple, like I said, I got a couple of friends who are Jews. Jews, is it okay to say Jews or is it Jewish? I'm trying to say Jewish because
Jewish people.
They say they refer to themselves as Jews to me, and then I pick it up, and then I'm like, "Stop it! You can't say that, or you shouldn't say that." I guess
the worst is if you have "the" in front of it. That's real problematic. Without it, it can be. I try to skew more for
trying not to because like it's one of those things where like I could probably say it around my friends. They're not going to get mad at me because they're the ones who showed me that it was like that they were okay with it. But then I'd like to not say it in general because I know that it's not okay with everyone. Anyway, to be Jewish, like my Jewish friends are not, they don't dress any specific way. They don't do anything outward that would make you think, oh, that person's Jewish. Unless they tell you that they are.
Exactly. And
that's probably why they didn't represent more of the broader, because then it was hard to be able to visually show that person's Jewish.
But there were several opportunities where larger gatherings of Jewish people were in the movie, where it would have been good to see a broader range. It would have been good. But true. It's like it's considering what they were trying to tackle and where they were located, it probably made more sense to show more Hasidic, more American stereotype of what we think of Jewish people being, because that's what it was trying to address. So in that sense, it kind of makes sense. But it just it would have been nice to see more representation.
Yeah. I mean, that's, to be honest, kind of a criticism that we have of all the movies that we see, isn't it?
100%.
So that's a thing.
They have to make Santa Jr. be like gay and the bad guy.
No. That's true. They didn't really make that obvious. To be fair, they did lose my attention on the movie a couple of times, and that I maybe missed something. But yeah, at the end I was like, oh, okay. He's definitely gay. And yeah, they probably, but then, 2003, like, gay people were still the butt of all the jokes then. And so nobody probably thought second or third time about it, which is too bad.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have to be anything. We didn't have to know his orientation at all.
Right.
Because he's and
if they really wanted to do that, it would have been nice if they had like one of the elves or one of the not the elves, but someone at the Kwanzaa Liberation Front could have some hot guys around him spanking their asses instead of it always being women half scantily clad. Like, just make a more incorporated, even kind of thing instead of a very divisive, oh, if you like hetero, you must be good. If you like...
Yeah. Because they had... I mean, this movie was 2003, I think, and in 2003, I think we were firmly in the trope of the magical gay guy. The magical gay friend, So, like, we didn't need to have bad guy is the gay person in this one. But, I mean, why not make that accountant the bad guy?
I mean, probably.
Singling out accountants.
That would have been too on the nose.
Punching down.
Yeah. I had a thought, and then it went away. Stop looking at me. I can feel your eyes on me.
Okay, the plot device at the end about how Santa Jr. was going to destroy Hanukkah was stupid.
Yeah, why? Oh, that's what my question was. Is like, did we ever get a real firm explanation on why Santa Jr. hates Hanukkah?
No. But then you don't actually, there's no really good reason why anyone is anti-Semitic. So
that's fair.
I didn't really expect there to be a good reason. It wasn't like...
And like, it's been made, it gets made clear throughout this movie, Hanukkah's not even one of the greater holidays. And I Googled it. And they literally referred to it in all the material that I found as a lesser holiday. So like, the fuck?
Apparently that really irks a certain section of the community because Hanukkah has been gotten blown up a bit because it is positioned against Christmas.
And around Christmas and now Kwanzaa. That everybody, I mean, not now Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa's been a thing for, a while. But I'm being a smartass, okay? In case that wasn't clear to the viewers, I'm being a smartass. I know Kwanzaa's been around for a long time.
But having a major holiday and then two minor holidays crammed into the same month makes for sort of competition.
Yeah.
And so, and people are like, eh.
It doesn't, like, we celebrate the shit out of all the Christian holidays, even the stupid ones.
Yes.
So why can't we celebrate the lesser Jewish holidays too? Like, again, I'm using this because using quotes because like I don't know how important Hanukkah, and maybe it's more important to some families than others. Like I don't know.
Yeah, there's no standard for it. It's still a holy day.
Yeah.
It's just
Apparently like, today is a holy day for
Christians.
Same
way we should probably say that, we should be celebrating Easter harder as a Christian group instead of Christmas necessarily. But
Easter's when baby Jesus came down and gave us all chocolate, right?
Yeah.
Machine guns in America.
Machine guns? Well, yeah, that's... You have to hide them in the grass, and then you go find them.
Yeah. Well, that's where you get the bullets.
I'm pretty sure that's what I learned in catechism class.
Sounds legit.
Here's your AR. Now go in the grass and find the bullets, and you just load it up.
But to circle back,
and then we shoot
the idea
eggs.
that there's going to be a time clock and you're going to extract the Judaism in order to destroy the Hebrew calendar.
Yeah, they had to make that shit up pretty hard, huh?
I mean, granted, Santa's real. I really thought it was interesting that they went with Santa for the thing, both, I mean, to avoid some obvious problems with trying to go to a religious figure, but also because that meant that the Santa being the villain was also, this is commercial Santa. This is St. Nicholas, but really it's Santa Claus. And Santa Claus isn't necessarily thought of as a saint and being tied to Christianity super directly now. It's its own commercial entity that encourages super uber consumerism in America. And so, and to a certain extent, consumerism was also the bad guy, which I thought was interesting.
And not wrong. I mean, I guess you can make an argument for anybody being the bad guy in any specific or any particular, story, but yeah, and yeah, like you said, avoiding a religious figure.
I mean, they weren't going to have baby Jesus with a machine gun, so they had to go.
That would have been great. That would have been amazing. So last week we saw somebody using a plastic statue of the baby Jesus smack somebody. So I mean, why not? Why not baby Jesus with a gun? Yeah, that was really thin. I didn't understand the Jewish atomic clock. Maybe that was a stereotype that was just past me because I don't know. I don't know. It's fine. I did think though that we get to the point where it's like the almost sundown, and then they suddenly Esther and Mordecai just like shut down. And I was like, what does that mean? And then they explain it. And then I'm like, oh, and I was like, all right, you got me again. That's silly as hell. And I assume that because like the Sabbath, it's the Sabbath, like Shabbat. It's like because I thought that the Sunday was the holy day for everybody, and it's not. It's not. I learned a thing. I learned several things watching this movie actually, but yeah, I learned that. I thought and it's stupid because Friday Night Dinner is one of my favorite shows from British television, and it's fucking Friday Night Dinner for a reason, right? Because that's the holy day from sundown. Yeah, it's like it did never click with me until this one.
Nice.
So yeah, learned that, and that was funny the way that the Jewish. But I was waiting for them to pan over to the two Jewish men who were like in charge of the clock. Like they were like, why didn't they show them shutting down too, so that we could get a better idea of what the hell was going on?
Right.
But no, it was just Esther and Mordecai, and they should have given those other two guys a little more airtime. All they got to be was tied up in a corner. Bummer.
I'd take that role.
Well, yeah. And they were really into the treatment of the little people and the characters, the elves in there. They got little people acting, which was cool, but then there was a lot of racism in the elves. Yep. But that was like that tracked with the character, so I don't know if I necessarily would be critical of that. But it's something to be aware of if you're going to watch it, I guess.
Yep. And again, terminology not as modern as it should be, and I'm not entirely sure how much was deliberate or not.
Yeah, some of the parts of the story were very thin. And there was no explanation. Maybe this is just me getting too used to. I'm getting too used to, like the newer movies are fucking spoon feeding us all. Mm-hmm. They're all spoon feeding us what we should think about this movie, and and then we get this movie that doesn't spoon feed, and I'm like, okay. I think we just got rated on Twitch. Holy crap. Hi, everybody. Wow. I've never been rated before. This is exciting.
Oh, does that mean they rated how much they liked or didn't like what we're saying?
Oh, the Twitch channel rate is when somebody else who is streaming sends all their viewers over to us. So
yeah. That's not at all what I thought it was. Okay.
Thanks, Thousand Faces TTRPG. You sent 12 viewers over to us. Cool. Have y'all seen Hebrew Hammer? Because that's what we're talking about today.
2003 Hebrew Hammer.
It's a hell of a movie. What else did we like about this movie?
I thought we were on the dislikes at this point.
Didn't. I'm sorry. Did I not?
Sorry.
I didn't enunciate.
Right.
Bullshot says no, haven't seen it. It's kind of hard to find, to be fair. It's kind of hard to find.
Oh, we should tell people how we found it.
One thing
I didn't like.
We sailed the high seas to find it. That's
we set up a VPN to tell the computer box that we were in the UK, and then Plex has it for free with
Did
commercials.
You just say the computer box?
Computer box. Did, and I only cringed a little.
You did.
I felt that.
The laptop box.
Yes, but yes, that was the way to, because it can find the movie in Plex. Apparently, it's not available if you're in the US, but it is in the UK.
Yeah. So yeah, we
otherwise, sail the high seas.
Yeah, we found it. It was tricky. Oh, I was like, what the fuck is that? Holy shit. Yeah. It's definitely an interesting movie. It's kind of hard to find, but if you do find it, watch it, especially if you're into like I said, Mel Brooks. If you like Mel Brooks stuff, you probably find this one kind of funny.
Or Sacha Baron Cohen, things similar to Six String Samurai.
Yeah, ridiculous parody satire stuff. Like it's very, and I love the costume design. I didn't say that in the part that we the stuff that we like, but I was like, I loved how very like they were really trying to drive home which group was part of what ethnicity with the outfits, and I was like, but the Hebrew Hammer's outfit, he was I was like, I'd wear that. I don't think I'd look good in it, but I'd wear it. Absolutely. Yeah, if you like Mel Brooks, then you probably like this movie. Definitely watch it. If you can find it. Alright. What else didn't we like? Thin plot. We had...
Thin plot.
Dragging scenes. We had...
It should have...
not as much representation as we wanted.
Mm-hmm. Wanted to see the women characters be able to have more range, just like they provided for the men characters.
Yes.
Yeah. I think because it's coming from
Brian, you gotta unmute if you're gonna talk.
The what?
Half the movie should have been about Judy Greer. It's been like, the Hebrew Hammer.
Judy Greer should have been the Hebrew Hammer.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
Right?
But it should be a Jewish actor.
Yeah, they should have gotten it. Okay, who's that chick who is the boys? The one of the superheroes in the Vought? Oh man, it's been a minute since I've seen that. She was the Anthony Starr's girlfriend for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her. She's the Hebrew Hammer. Make her the Hebrew Hammer.
There we go.
Come on. And we're not gonna talk about the boys. Also, guys, like and subscribe and shit. Do all that shit if you're here, like, because we need more people. we love your support, and we'll read Elizabeth Shue. Is she Jewish? Is she Jewish? I mean, I'm just not gonna say no, but you mean Elizabeth Shue is in the first season of The Boys, but she's not a superhero. I don't think she's like a executive for Vought International. We're not talking about that one today, are we? We do have to do a show on The Boys, though. We definitely have to do a show on The Boys at some point. Maybe January. We got very thin plans for January, so. Also, we should probably queue up that quiz. If y'all well, I guess if you haven't seen this movie, you can still take the quiz. But yeah, totally. Let's do that. And
we do a quiz every week. So if you like and
yes,
subscribe, come back next week when you know what the movie is and play the quiz for a chance to win a prize. A real legitimate prize that gets sent to you, like physically.
Or well, I mean, mostly it gets sent to Brian once we collect a huge box at the end of the year because Brian keeps winning the damn quizzes. So, if you guys win the prize, if you win the quiz, I am having slow internets.
No.
It's okay.
You click it. There you go. All right, everyone, go to play.blooket.com or take your mobile device and scan the QR code in the upper left corner. When you get there, you'll enter the 6-digit number 250614. That'll get you into the quiz. You can put your name in there and you can play along with us. We are like 30 seconds ahead of you, so pay attention to your phone for the quiz. Don't pay attention to us. We'll be yammering the whole time. But pay attention to your phone because speed matters.
Yes.
Right.
It likes the right answer and it likes the fast answer.
Forgot I could take the quiz today.
Yeah.
So the only person of us three, we all periodically take turns writing the quiz, and the only one who doesn't, like, the person who writes the quiz is the only one who doesn't take the quiz, and then the other two of us who don't write the quiz, don't know what's on it. And obviously, what the fuck? There we go.
Is it giving you trouble already?
Yes! As always, right? There's snow. There's snow animation, though.
Oh, that's nice.
Where's the fish? Fish. So, yeah. So, like, there's no cheating. We aren't cheating. And, like, honestly, the stakes just aren't high enough for me to put that kind of effort into cheating anyway, so.
Although, are you going to draw a sticker for this one?
Yeah. I just don't know what to draw. Like, I'm going to draw a sticker for this one. I am getting close to caught up on my stickers now, so I'm pretty excited. I'm just going to, once I get caught up, maybe it'll be like the Christmas Miracle, and we can show it when we do that Christmas episode.
Right.
And then,
I mean,
I don't know what to draw for this one.
Low effort one, you could do a Star of David with Shabbat Shalom, motherfucker, on it. That would be very well.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, because the movie posters have him standing like what was that, like authoritative point towards the camera, and then they have the Star of David behind him, and I was like, that I could do that.
Yeah,
that's easy as hell. All right, we're gonna give you a couple more seconds to jump in on this quiz if y'all wanna. You can play it. It doesn't matter if you're in the comments and you're not. If you're just lurking, like, you can play.
Multiple choice, like.
Yeah, and if you win, you don't have to tell. Like, if you wanna play and you win and you don't want to give us your address so we can send you a prize, that's also fine.
We're just really, really want people to join and beat Brian. That's all we're after.
The primary.
Somebody beat Brian. I'll send you 2 stickers if you beat Brian.
Re-logging in on my other device.
Nah.
Just ignore the iPad in my left hand.
Oh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be watching this movie again too. Like, you guys want to watch this movie again? Yeah, it's a real short watch too. It was only like 80 minutes long.
I think it's also interesting to watch after reading a little bit up more on the tropes to see, like, kind of play the spot the trope game.
Sure.
Quiz.
What?
Sarah,
what'd you do? Oh, my phone turned off. It's fine. My phone turned off.
Okay, good.
All right.
All right. I
guess we're gonna start. There's late start if people want to jump in, but I think you all don't want to. So I'm starting.
It's okay.
Here we go.
Did I win? Did I beat Brian?
That's the real question. Yeah, you did. Look at that. Excellent.
Hey.
Keep that up and you'll have to give yourself a sticker.
That was a really long one to read.
Yep. Especially for Brian, who likes to skim.
Yeah, I had to go back.
Ooh.
Got many words in. I was like, wait a second, what the hell am I doing?
Well, that one took up the whole damn. That one, her last name, obviously another parody, it took up the whole row on my screen
Blumenberg
here. Jesus.
I'm guessing that was a copy-paste effort.
Maybe? Did you know how to spell that one by heart?
Oh, no. The other three were cast members.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I gotta catch up.
I should have my glasses for this.
Oh, typo. Gotta fix that.
Someone distracts.
+5 for if you get the fastest answer. That's crazy. Yeah. And then only +2 if you get the second fastest. Wow. Oh, you bastard!
I would argue that Damien.
Oh, and she fucking misled us in the conversation too. You devious son of a bitch. Oh, I see what we're playing now.
Another one.
So many words.
There are a lot of words.
I don't think I'm going to come back from this.
How many questions are left?
3 left. Nope.
Yeah, if I get them all wrong. If I get all of the sorry. Maybe if I get the last 2 wrong and you get them right, you have to also get them right.
Guess I gotta have my coffee later in the day.
Yep.
Fuck. That one took a long time to read. I slowed way the hell down.
Still less than half a second.
Oh, so it took you a second to read. I see.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. That was a slight trick question, I guess.
Yes, they were both good answers. So
was the antagonist, absolutely.
Yes. That was a good
Congratulations.
Quiz. Well done, Sarah.
Yeah. Fuck you, Brian.
In your face.
Oh, I hurt his feels.
Unhurt.
Yeah. Definitely recommend this one. Do you have any final thoughts on this movie before we head the hell out of here? Definitely watch it. That's what I say. Like, if you like Mel Brooks, you're going to like this movie. Watch it. It's
definitely
funny.
Go in knowing that this is a parody written by the people who have been victimized by the tropes that are being called out here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't want anyone to go in and go the direction of thinking like Fight Club or The Matrix is a good idea. And instead, you stick to this is satire and parody and... Yeah.
Also, let's try to not forget this. Agents of Geekdom is affiliated with Clip Studio. You can use their link and get a free 30-day trial, and then and that helps us out too.
Nice.
And I also forgot because we have a sponsorship with a game. We need to do a game night with that game. And that game is called. I'm on like level 7 or some shit. It's called Puzzles and Chaos, and I have a link for that too, so don't just sign up, because I want you to click our link to sign up. So, how many detours then? I see you were taking notes. 4 detours today. You know, we should have a whole separate quiz on can y'all like catch the detours as they happen,
or just have a big word tree or word cloud of all the detours we've taken over the year at the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, already you've got to have at least a couple dozen. Just you haven't even been keeping track for that long.
No.
And so we got to be up
a dozen in one session with the music.
That's fair. Yeah, when Ed and Dash were here,
Ed and Dash.
Yeah, and I think we have 4 or 5 because you guys weren't able to make the crossover on their show, but even still, there was a few on that show too.
I believe it.
No, and we gave it a solid 1 Kate Bush for Wicked. No, two Kate Bushes. 2 Kate Bushes.
Wait, it's like
more Kate 1 Bush Kate Bush being real. 1 Kate Bush is good. 5 Kate Bushes is bad.
That's what I thought.
I did not come up with that scale. I helped establish it.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, 1 Kate Bush is good because they hated Kate Bush's album that they reviewed on their show. So 1 Kate Bush is good.
Shouldn't 5 0 Kate Bushes be good?
0 Kate Bushes has been like the best ever, I guess.
Okay.
And now we're on a 5th detour here with Kate Bush as a rating system on a different show.
We should have a rating for this show too, like.
Oh yeah, I've been thinking about that.
Yeah, like we need to come up. Y'all tell us in the comments. What should we do for a rating system in this show? And what other shit do you want to see? Because we just talk shit about movies. Like we know. I'm absolutely certain Adam Goldberg was watching tonight, but like most of the time, these people you're not gonna hurt their feelings if we talk shit. We're not gonna. Exactly. They don't care. It's fine. It's fine. And so yeah, all the suggestions are welcome. I did make a suggestion thing I got to put up. We're getting a Critical Affection website soon.
Ooh.
Yeah. Critical Affection website, and we got forums for like suggestions and forums for if you want to sign up to be a guest, and rules for if you want to be a guest because we have them, believe it or not. And like you can say fuck, but you have to wait 5 minutes into the show before you can drop the F word.
Huh,
What's that?
I've been waiting. 10.
I need to double check on that because there's like a number for live streams. There's a number of minutes that you have to wait.
So we need.
What are we watching next week?
Clock each time.
Are we watching next week? Now, right now, I had Dear Santa on there, but shall we change it to something else because I don't know if Dear Santa's worth an episode. And then the week after that is our last show before Christmas, and that obviously we're doing the Muppet Christmas Carol. Obviously, because you got them. Yeah, like every year, right? It's just gonna be a Muppet Christmas Carol.
Hey, Michael Caine, can you play the straight man against a bunch of Muppets? Yes, apparently he can.
Serious as a heart attack. Yup.
I mean, God, that might be
every scene.
This man has been in so many things. He's won all these awards, but like seriously, are we not just suggesting like his magnum opus is the fucking Muppet Christmas Carol? I gotta say that. I think his best work. Because he was acting against fucking puppets. Come on. We gotta save this for the show.
Okay, yeah. This is
what should we do next week?
Detour.
Yes. Next week, we had Dear Santa, but we also had Red One. And there's also like, I was at my friend's and we made Christmas cookies last weekend. And I watched so many rom-coms and it was horrifying. And I hated almost all of it.
Yeah.
There's one on Netflix called No Sleep Till Christmas. I mean, like, if you have a really steel stomach, then maybe watch it. But otherwise, that is an hour and a half of your life that you will never get back. That's all I'm saying. Like, just before you go into watching that, just keep in mind you can't get that time back.
So you're not recommending it. Good.
Did you watch Single All the Way?
Oh my God, what? Why is that a thing? No, I haven't.
Okay.
We watched No Sleep Till Christmas. We watched Falling for Christmas, which is Lindsay Lohan. We did watch Bride Wars, which is not Christmas themed, and we watched Crazy Rich Asians, which is not a bad movie. The rest of them were garbage. In case Megan is watching, Megan, I'm sorry, but they're garbage movies. I know you like them, and I like garbage movies too, but those movies are bad.
They are not your style of garbage movie, and that's good to know.
Yes. And you know what? I'm a good sport. I watched them all. I did comment on them, and I kept telling them, I was like, I think that my live stream that I do with my other friends is kind of making me a terrible person to watch movies with. I don't think that I should be, like, if you have to be prepared for that if you're going to watch a movie with me. The only place I can watch a movie and not fucking chat all the way through about how garbage it is if I go to the theater. And that's only because, like, they'll literally throw you out if you're too loud. So, you gotta.
Exactly.
But I am kind of
I'd vote for Red
insufferable.
One for next week.
I'm down for Red One. I have not seen it.
Red One and Dear Santa. Okay.
Yeah, Red One sounds good to me. What do you think, Amanda? Any comments? People are still watching, so what do you think that we should do? Amanda, are you a Red One or Dear Santa?
Yeah, we could do Red One.
I heard it was hot shit, so
It's stupid. Like, you're not going to come out of them and be like, I feel like a better person. You're going to come out of them being like, ha, shit blew up. Woo!
Okay. I mean, that's what I want
Go into
from a
it
Christmas
just
movie. Like, y'all heard me say my favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard, right? So, like, that's...
Oh, I heard.
Yeah, like... Well, it was really bad to contrast it with a movie like Love Hard, what we did the other week, because it's not so much that Die Hard's a good movie as it is that Love Hard is a bad movie. And God, why didn't Owen get any comeuppance? Why?
That's why you don't like it, is because you identified him as
100%. Like, that is absolutely the worst part about it.
Didn't get any comeuppance.
Yes, he should have gotten something for being such a shit. Anyway, okay, we'll do Red One. Red One. Final answer. We're going to do Red One. So everybody, if you're going to come back and join us next week, watch Red One so that you can comment on the conversation, because we do put all your comments up. Unless we have 10 million at once like we did right there for a second. That was very fast. We'll try very hard not to miss any comments. And if we do, you can always re-comment. Like, I'm fine with that. And then, what was the other thing? Yeah, and then you can participate in the quiz and win some shit. And tell me if you have seen the movie. Give me some comments about what you think that should be the sticker prize, because I'll draw some shit, and then I'll send you a sticker if you win the quiz. So that's how we do shit around here.
All right.
Is that it?
Thanks for joining us.
All right. Then come back next week. Like and subscribe to this channel, and because there are more shows than just this one. And
every Monday at 6
come
Central.
back here 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back 9 p.m. ish.
I said the wrong time. Listen to Sarah.
What'd you say?
Don't worry about it.
Wait, 9 p.m. Eastern time. 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. The other ocean, Pacific time. Yeah, that's what time. 9 p.m. Eastern. And I think that's it. So, have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
See, it works better if I get this shit, queued up before we go.
All
right. Bye.